Whew. Hello. For those of you who somehow still don't, who am I kidding? You all know me at this point. I'm Roger. I'm a senior at Paul VI High School. I'm an Eagle Scout, a member of the Youth Group's core team. Today, I will be telling you a little bit about Youth Group and what it has done for me. This is my 7th year attending Youth Group. I've been a member of Jesus Fish, the 6th to 8th grade Youth Group, JP2, obviously the high school Youth Group, ACTS, the Young Adult Group, and the Youth Group's core team, as previously mentioned. I have also been the president of the Paul VI branch of the Rock. I have participated in all levels of youth ministry that I have been able to take part in. I have attended almost every trip, service project, youth group meeting. There is a reason I've been so active in youth ministry, and it's because there is no place I would rather be every week. I have met or gotten close to all of my best friends at youth group. Together we have lots of fun and we get closer to God. I noticed some that may seem a bit confusing, like how can you have fun and learn about God at the same time? In fact, I was thinking the same thing before I started. Well, I'm here to tell you that A, God is fun, and B, Carrie and the core team plan the meetings in a way that we intermix free time, spiritual time, and fun, sometimes cheesy activities into our schedule. Almost every Thursday throughout the year, we have spiritual guidance in the youth office from 5 to 7. Spiritual guidance consists of an hour of talking about spiritual issues and, being guided, with Carrie for the girls and Father Maz for the fellas. Sandwiching that hour are 2 half-hour free times. During the first half hour, most people eat pizza and talk to their friends. During the last half hour, some people stay inside and talk, while I go outside and school a couple of the other guys, sometimes gals, in a football game, except Dan Vecchio, because Dan Vecchio is Dan Vecchio, and you can't beat Dan Vecchio. It's a very fun time for bonding with your friends and having deep spiritual conversations with your peers. On the first and third Sunday of each month, we have our normal JP2 Sunday Youth Group. These are normally held in Assumption Hall, which is the gym at Our Lady of Peace, or Marian Hall, the church basement. The Sunday meetings can literally be anything. Think about all the things you've ever wanted to do. Racing rubber ducks? Yeah, you're speaking to the champ, baby. Releasing 61 helium balloons into the sky. You betcha. Although I should clarify that we made and prayed a rosary with them first before we destroyed the environment. Throwing 70-mile-per-hour fastballs through 6th graders' faces? Absolutely the highlight of my year. Hosting the Olympics every single year, even though it's a 1 and 4 year event? I mean, these are only things you can get at youth group. Wrapped in all of these fun activities is a blast of faith-based education in some form or another. We have religious sisters come in and talk. Core team members often give talks about various subjects. Every meeting, you will probably learn something new, grow closer to God, and have fun. There's really nothing better to do, especially from 7 to 9 on a Sunday night. Every week meetings are great. I love going to them, but there are a few events that happen once a year, twice a year, or even once every 2 years that are above and beyond what every week meetings can provide. You just happen to be at one of those events right now. At this point, I don't think I need to explain how special this retreat is. I constantly look forward to this weekend every year. There isn't anything I'd rather be doing than going on this retreat. Is there a greater escape from life than to go cramp into a half-block compound with 50 other people in the middle of Vineland? Nope, not a place I'd rather be. This retreat house fills me with happiness and nostalgia, but truthfully, it's the people that make every retreat special. The youth group could run the same exact schedule every year for the retreat, but it would be different because of the different people and the experiences they bring. And so I believe I need to thank everyone in this room for making my last JP2 retreat as a high schooler as special and more special than the first 3. This year, I am honored to be on the team for retreat. This is my 2nd year being on the retreat team, last year being the first, and it is a family. You will hear everyone who has ever been on a team tell you that team becomes a family throughout the preparation process. I have been privileged enough to gain 19 new family members by being on team. If Carrie ever asks you to be on team, is there still tissues back? Thanks. If Carrie ever asks you to be on team, pray about it. But unless you feel totally not called or completely unable to, you should do it because it is one of the best experiences you can get out of youth group. The next event I'd like to talk about is NCYC, the National Catholic Youth Conference. It's what Madeline was talking about. And phew, wow, there are really no words for how much NCYC changed my life. I was on a constant slide away from God and the faith. I was sad and I was depressed. The only reason I went is because Carrie, my good friend Brett Gatis, told me I should. So in November of my junior year, 2017, I packed my bags and hopped on the 16-hour bus ride to Indianapolis. I would be lying if I said I enjoyed literally any portion of that bus ride, but it would be more than worth enduring. For those of you who don't know, NCYC is a 3-day event. During those 3 days, you attend keynote presentations, go to breakout sessions, trade wacky, tacky hats, play games, go to mass, make new friends, shout out Tweeve, and so much more. This talk could literally be filled with details about NCYC, but there's not enough time, unfortunately. So allow me to talk about the hour that really turned this puppy around. We had adoration at NCYC. Once again, Madeline already mentioned it. She's like stealing my thunder about these things.
I'm sorry.
So, like I said, you've heard other people talk about adoration, and you yourselves have been to it on this retreat. I, too, had been to adoration many times, but I struggled to feel any connection with God. Well, to say that I felt something there would be an understatement. There were about 25,000 people, mostly youth there, and it was a football-sized stadium. No one was talking. I mean, no one. Not a single person I could see or hear was goofing off. Everyone was reverently praying, listening to the music, and singing along. And when I mean no one was talking, I mean Brett Gatis and Ryan Petrie weren't goofing off, so if that's happening, you know something's going on. I took this time to pray, and I truly began to love myself then. I realized that I was a child of God, and that He loved me. And if He loved me, then I should too. Every second I spent at youth group has led me here. 2 Jesus Fish retreats, 4 JP2 retreats, 3 core team retreats, an Acts retreat, countless Sunday meetings and spiritual guidances. I keep coming back because there's something special here. You find yourself in ways that you could never find yourself in other activities. You make new friends, you make best friends, you find family. Many people say you have a spiritual high during and after a retreat. My best suggestion is to keep that going. To keep that going is to come to youth group. Come to one meeting. If you don't like it, then I can't force you to keep coming, but at least give it a shot. My first meeting I ever came to in youth group was in my 6th grade year. It was the Jesus Fish kickoff, and at that meeting, Carrie showed a video recapping the previous year to get us all excited about this year. I never forgot it. The song that was playing was Home by Philip Phillips. So I felt it was only fitting to close my talk with that same song. Peace.